Welcome. My name's Kathy Benz, and I'm the president of Cona. I want to welcome you to this June 13, 2016 meeting of Cona, the Sarasota County Council of Neighborhood Associations. Our meetings are available on video. The reason why I'm giving you the full explanation as to who I am and what's going on here. They're created by Pete Tyson here, and we maintain an archive of our meetings on our website, www.conasarasota.org. And we also post resources related to informational programs we present following a meeting of a particular topic. If you're looking for additional information, go to our links to resources page, and eventually we'll continue to add links to different topics, not just right away. And if you've got suggestions for us of important links that you think people would be well informed by, we appreciate that. I'd like the people who are running for elected office to please stand for recognition. I didn't get a chin. I know. In the audience. Okay. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm Caroline Zucker. I'm currently on the Sarasota County School Board, and I'm running for re-election. I would hope you would consider me when you come to vote on August the 30th. I've been on for a while, and I know what I'm doing. And if you want to, I'll be around tonight. If you'd like to talk to me, please come up and talk to me.
I'm Ron Turner. I'm running for supervisor of elections. I work as the current chief of staff at the supervisor of elections office. Kathy Dent, your current supervisor, is retiring at the end of this year. I've been at the second in command of the elections office for the past 5+ years. Before I moved to Sarasota County 16 years ago, I served as supervisor of elections in DeSoto County. I didn't run again in 2000 there. I moved to Sarasota County and have been here ever since. Worked for a short time for the Sarasota Chamber. I've done some other things since then before working for Mrs. Dent. But just wanted to say hello, and I would appreciate your support. And again, my name is Ron Turner.
Thank you. Are any of our member organizations here wanting to make any announcements? Are there any other organizations that have an important announcement to make? The next Cona meeting is Monday, September 12th, and it'll be a forum on local offices and issues. We haven't determined what we're going to do explicitly with our September and October meetings yet, and we're going to be waiting to see what happens with the primaries, of course. It may be almost we might even be able to make just one meeting just for all of the local offices at that point. We'll make that decision pretty quickly and try and coordinate with the candidates here. But we'd like you to leave October 13 and September 12 on your calendars, just as until we can get that sifted down, please. On October 13, Cona will be presenting a program at the Florida Neighborhood Convention in Venice. It's a state neighborhood convention, and we applied to be one of the presenters, and we were accepted, and we will be there on October 13, just after noon. We'll be among their programs. And we'll be circulating information about the convention and about our participation for you all. I intend to present a program showing Cona, its past, its present, and its future, and special tools that neighborhoods can use. You know, we've been in existence since 1961, so we've got a long track record of working on these issues and working with neighborhoods. And on November 10th, we'll have our 55th anniversary party. Invitations will be sent out to that also. And if you go to our website, you can always see on the left-hand side of our meetings page, I list our annual calendar and keep it updated as if there's any changes to it. We have one bit of business tonight. At the last meeting, we had a nomination for a new director, Mary Butler, if she'll stand over here, was nominated to become a director of Cona, and I'd like to entertain a vote to have her elected from one of the members, please. Is there a second? Moved and seconded. Everybody in favor of that? Aye. Thank you. Mary's elected. Mary's got a long history in the community. She was born here and raised here. She went to Tampa for a while and lived and worked there for a while. She's back in the community, has been here working with Scope for a certain amount of time, and she has volunteered she's been participating as a member of the audience in Cona for a good length of time, and I invited her onto our board because she said she wanted to learn some of the things that we've gotten assembled in our information and the tools we've built into our toolbox. So thank you. Tonight's program is a forum for the candidates seeking county commission seats, District 1, 3, and 5. And I am going to, first of all, give you an idea as to what the procedure will be with the questions. We've got a good number of questions composed by Cona, and we'll be asking those. And then there's questions that have been submitted to us by other people. So there's a big difference in the way the questions come. I've adopted using a lightning format for questions in order to be able to cover as many topics as possible for our members so that we can find out where candidates stand on things really quickly without having to put them a candidate in the point of having to try and produce a platform statement and generate the information themselves. So the lightning rounds are pretty quick, one word answer generally, and we pass the microphone all the way up and down just for that. If there's an answer that Cona feels we'd like to have clarified, we'll stop and we'll ask, let's say somebody says no, they wouldn't do thus and such or something. We may go back and ask you, why not? You know, in order to find out what your opinion is or the belief is that's the foundation of your decision on that. And then after we finish, we'll do the question and answers that have been submitted to us by members and even by members of the audience here. We have index cards available. If you want to ask a question, we will not take oral questions from the floor. You have to write it down and submit it. And Ron Sabo over there has index cards, and Bill Zoller. If you want an index card, raise your hand, and somebody will bring you one. And when you've finished with it, raise your hand again, and somebody will come and pick it up, and they'll give it to me.
Anybody else?
If you've got a question during the forum, and you want to write a question, let us know. Somebody will help you with it.
Is that everybody?
Okay, Ron, do you have enough index cards to share with Bill?
Yes.
Okay. Then there'll be somebody from either side that can give it to you. Piece of paper is fine, as long as it's legible. Now I'm going to give the candidates 1 minute to introduce themselves. And if we start all the way down at the end.
Thanks, Daphne. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for inviting us here tonight. My name is Charles Hines. I'm currently the County Commissioner for District 5. But you all know, I think, we're elected countywide. So quickly, in a minute, born and raised in Sarasota County, went to Venice High School. After that, went to the University of Florida and got an undergraduate degree in political science. No planning on running for public office at that time, but went on to law school and University of Florida, came back, have practiced law in Venice now for 26 years. I'm married. I met my wife Susan at the University of Florida. We got married. We actually went through law school together, if you can believe that, and survived before we were married. Got married right after that, have 3 children. Have one that just finished his first year at Jacksonville University, played football up there. Have a daughter that will be starting her senior year at Venice High School, and a 3rd child, a son, who will be starting 8th grade at Laurel Nokomis. So it's been a very fast 3.5 years. It's been an honor to serve you. We have a ton of issues that still exist and projects and things that I look forward to hopefully working on for you in the 2nd term. So thank you.
Charles,
Yes.
could you give some information about your personal, volunteer, and professional life that demonstrates your qualifications? I realize you've...
I don't want you to buzz the clock on me. So,
okay.
No.
Okay.
Well, good question. Prior to that, you always got to ask, well, hey, you're running for public office. What'd you do before you ran for public office? So when I came back to work in Venice, immediately became involved in the Venice Little League. I've coached there for, this was the first year I didn't coach, so I think 13 straight years. I was a coach at Venice Vikings, also at Venice High School for football. I was involved in the Venice Chamber. I was on their board of directors. Boys and Girls Club, involved there. I was also a big brother, and I'm trying to think off the top of my head, United Way, South Sarasota County. So a wide variety of, I'm sorry, we're in Sertoma together. Sertoma Club of Venice, been a member of that for 24 years and still a member of that. And so, many broad-based organizations. I also served on the Surtax Review Committee for Sarasota County. I was on a board for the City of Venice. So many different things that I felt that brought me up to speed on what's going on in our community and the needs that it has. And so I felt that's where I'm ready to run the first time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Frank?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Frank DeChico, and I'm running for Sarasota County Commissioner, District 1. I've lived in Sarasota now for 20 years and in my district for the last 5 years. And I'm married. I have 3 kids, a 15-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 7-year-old. And I am a recent graduate of Eckerd College. I graduated in 2014 with a bachelor's in American Studies. I'm also a court-certified mediator, and I'm a salesperson for Sharp Electronics. Over the last year, I volunteered with the county court. They don't have paid mediators. I volunteered for over 100 mediations that I've performed for them as a way to prevent people from having to go to trial. It worked out very, very well. I've also decided that running would be very, very important because I'm an HOA president for Mayaca Valley Ranches. I've been on that board for 2 years and just recently re-elected for a 3rd year. And I don't know if you know our community, but we have a lot of problems there. We've worked together as a team, and we've definitely fixed the majority of the issues out there. By uniting the board, uniting the membership, they've encouraged me to run. This is a first time for me. I'm not a politician. I've never been in an elected office before, but with my negotiation experience and my mediation experience and conflict resolution results, I believe that I would be able to do a good job for our community. And I am running on a platform of responsible growth, which I know is something that is very important to all of us. So again, thank you for having me tonight. and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Nancy Dieter, and I moved to Venice in 1978 with my husband and 3 sons. My 3 sons all graduated from Venice High. I have 9 grandkids, and they all live in Venice, so we're very blessed in that respect. I knew Charles when he played Little League, so I'm glad he's still volunteering in that respect. I was elected to the House of Representatives in 1998. I served from 98 to 2006, and then I was elected as state senator in 2008, and I will serve as state senator until this coming November. I am asking you to elect me for District 3 County Commission. I think I will bring a lot to that job. I have chaired Commerce, I have chaired Children and Family, I've been the Vice Chair of Education, I've chaired Banking and Insurance, I've chaired about every committee they have in Tallahassee, and I have been Legislator of the Year multiple times by the associations for cities, counties, the affordable housing groups dealing with developmentally delayed children, the elderly. Last year, you may recall, we did that great bill for guardians because they were abusing our elderly population. So I think I have a history of, number 1, knowing my community because I've lived here so long, and number 2, serving my community and the needs that I recognize, and I have been able to accomplish a few great things. So I look forward to your questions, and we'll flesh out some answers when we're ready. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good evening. Thank Cona for having this forum and welcoming us here. I'm excited. I finally get a chance to stand in front of the electorate again and exercise this magnificent opportunity that we have to elect the best candidates in each district. I'm Fred Atkins. I'm a candidate for County Commission District 1. I'm born and raised here in Sarasota County. Matter of fact, I was saying earlier, I used to gig crabs right out there where they launch boats now. I'm from 6th and Central, so I know this area. I moved to Newtown in 1958 with my mother. She built a home with her sister, and my mother still lives there, and she's 98 and a half years old. I'm a father of a mixed family. My wife and I, we've raised 6 children. They come through the Booker High School system. I'm a former mayor of the city of Sarasota, served 3 terms as a mayor, served 18 years on the commission. I've served a plethora of boards throughout the city, the county, and the state in the United States. I've been the Florida League of Cities Black Caucus president. I started the Newtown baseball program as the founder and president of Newtown Little League in the early 80s, when we had not had baseball in our community for years. So I'm a longtime resident, longtime participant, and a willing person that wants to continue to make Sarasota better and better. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The following questions will be lightning round, and what I'll do is I'll let you know whether it's a lightning round question or whether it isn't. This one is yes or no, considering both the lack of or the cost of water. Do you consider water to be a limiting factor of continued growth?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Ultimately, yes.
Yes or no, can you foresee any yeah, we'll just go back and forth, up and down the line, okay.
Well, I want to hear what you have to say first, and I'll
Okay. Can you this is yes or no, can you foresee any circumstance under which you would vote to move the urban services boundary?
In a circumstance? Yes.
Okay.
No.
Maybe.
Wow. Possibly.
All right, right, you're all in trouble except for Frank, because now,
Yes.
this is one of the questions. If you said yes or maybe,
Possibly.
under what circumstances would you move it?
The amazing part about this process is that urban service boundary has already been moved. The county, all they do is pile up people around the edge of the city of Sarasota and call it county residents and urbanize it. So there's no urban service boundaries because the county don't adhere to it at all.
Nancy?
Well, I think I'm kind of caught in between a city and county fight, and I would need more information. And in this category, I'm the newbie, and I make decisions based on facts, and I would have to do my own personal research before I could give you a yes or no bumper sticker answer.
Okay, we jump to Charles.
Okay. And why I said yes, and under circumstance, is it doesn't need to be moved right now as just like move it 2 miles or 3 miles. You know, why I said potentially yes is if there's a unique little neighborhood or one little pocket, almost like an enclave piece of property that would make sense, that touches all the urban services that are fully around it, and that area wants to become involved and grow, you could move it. Now, it takes a 5-0 vote of the county commission, so it'd be very difficult to do it. But it wouldn't be just move the line just to move the line. It would be a qualified yes to maybe catch an enclave of an area that would make sense to bring it in.
Okay, keep the microphone there. Do you?
Fred, you and I are in trouble because we got to start it every time. So.
Yeah,
No, we
yeah.
don't. All you gotta do is hand it to the next guy. Hey, I know how this should. Okay, all right. So you just hand it to him, and you be the first one, and you be the last.
Okay. Do you consider the 2050 plan to be a build-out plan?
I mean, what do you mean by a build-out plan for?